What if the fountain of youth wasn't a myth, but a series of simple choices you can start making today? It might sound like a fantasy, but the science is becoming incredibly clear. The small, consistent habits you build every day have the power to fundamentally change your health and could even extend your life by a decade. In this video, we're breaking down the evidence-backed daily habits that can add not just more years to your life, but more life to your years. For a long time, we've seen lifespan as just a number, something left to genetics or plain old luck. But that view is changing. The real goal isn't just about how long you live, but about your health span, the number of years you live in good health, full of energy and free from chronic disease. The goal isn't just to make it to 90, it's to be able to travel, play with your grandkids, and feel fantastic at 90. Today, we're looking at the 4 foundational pillars of longevity. These aren't complicated biohacks or expensive fads. These are powerful, science-backed habits that are completely within your control. We'll cover how you fuel your body, how you move it, how you restore it, and how you manage that powerful supercomputer in your head. And make sure you stick around because that 4th habit is the one most of us ignore, yet it might just be the most important of all. Section 1. Nutrition, the fuel for a longer life. Alright, let's get into habit number 1, upgrading the fuel you put in your body. It's simple, really. You can't build a strong house with flimsy materials. And the same goes for your body. The food you eat is biological information that tells your cells how to function, how to repair themselves, and how to age. The overwhelming consensus in longevity research points to one way of eating: the Mediterranean diet. This isn't about restriction. It's a style of eating that's rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and healthy fats like olive oil, with some fish mixed in. A huge study in the medical journal JAMA followed over 25,000 women for 25 years and found that those who stuck closest to a Mediterranean diet had up to a 23% lower risk of death from all causes, including from cancer and cardiovascular disease. Why? Because this diet is packed with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Research shows this way of eating is linked to longer telomeres, the tiny protective caps at the ends of our DNA that act as a biomarker for aging. Shorter telomeres mean faster aging, while longer telomeres are linked to a longer, healthier life. Now, it's not just what you eat, but when you eat. You've probably heard about intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating. The science here is fascinating. When you give your body a break from digesting for about 12 to 16 hours, it kicks off a process called autophagy. Think of autophagy as your body's cellular cleanup crew. It goes around clearing out damaged cells and junk, which helps reduce inflammation and kickstarts cellular repair. Both animal and human studies show that this can improve your metabolic health and slow down disease processes. So what's the actual habit here? It's simple. You don't need to count every calorie. Start by shifting your diet to be more plant-focused. Add berries to your breakfast, a big salad to your lunch, and snack on a handful of nuts. Try swapping some red meat for fatty fish like salmon, which is full of inflammation-fighting omega-3s. For time-restricted eating, just try to create a consistent window. For example, finish dinner by 7 p.m. and don't eat again until 7 a.m. the next morning. These small shifts really add up. A 2022 study in PLOS Medicine even suggested that a sustained change to a more optimal diet at age 60 could increase life expectancy by about 8 years. Section 2. Movement, the anti-aging engine. Experts recommend about 150 minutes of moderate activity, like a brisk walk, or 75 minutes of vigorous activity, like running, each week. Just meeting that guideline can cut your risk of early death by about a third. But let's break it down into 3 types of movement. First, there's just daily, natural movement. Think walking, taking the stairs, or gardening. The people in the blue zones, the places where people live the longest, healthiest lives, aren't all running marathons. They just live in environments that encourage them to move all day long. So, look for ways to weave more movement into your day. Take a 15-minute walk after lunch. Pace around on your next phone call. It all makes a difference. Second, there's cardio. This is what gets your heart pumping, things like running, swimming, or cycling. It's critical for strengthening your heart and improving circulation. Studies on runners show they have a 25 to 40% reduced risk of premature death and live, on average, about 3 years longer than non-runners, with some research suggesting the benefits could be even greater. Even short bursts of intense exercise, known as HIIT, have been shown to be incredibly good for your mitochondrial health, which is essential for cellular energy and longevity. Third, and this is so important, is strength training. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass and bone density, which can lead to weakness and injuries. Strength training is your best weapon against this. Lifting weights, using resistance bands, or doing bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups helps build and maintain muscle, which in turn boosts your metabolism. Studies have shown that older adults who strength train just twice a week have a staggering 46% lower odds of dying for any reason compared to those who don't. And it's never too late to start. You can build muscle at any age. Section 3. Sleep, the ultimate restoration protocol. Let's talk about habit 3, the one we all do, but very few of us get right. Sleep. Sleep isn't just downtime. It's an active, critical period of restoration for your entire body. When you sleep, your body is hard at work in repair mode. During deep sleep, your body repairs tissues and calms chronic inflammation. At the same time, your brain turns on its own cleanup crew, the glymphatic system, which flushes out metabolic waste and toxins that build up during the day. This is vital for protecting against neurodegenerative diseases. The fallout from consistently bad sleep is serious. Chronic sleep deprivation is linked to accelerated aging, a weaker immune system, and a higher risk for nearly every major chronic disease. Studies have shown that sleeping less than 6 hours a night can double the risk of death in people with metabolic issues like high blood pressure or diabetes. And it's not just about how many hours you get, but the quality of those hours. So, how do you master this habit? It all comes down to good sleep hygiene. Section 4. Mindset, the commander of your health. We've covered what to eat, how to move, and how to sleep. But this fourth habit might be the most powerful and overlooked of all. Managing your inner world. Your mindset and how you handle stress have a direct, biological effect on how you age. Chronic stress is a modern-day epidemic. When you're constantly frazzled, your body is flooded with the hormone cortisol. In small doses, it's helpful, but long-term elevation of cortisol drives chronic inflammation, which is a key player in nearly every age-related disease. Even worse, chronic stress has been shown to directly shorten your telomeres, those DNA caps we talked about earlier. In essence, chronic stress can literally speed up aging at the cellular level. So, how do we fight back? 2 practices are incredibly powerful. The first is mindfulness or meditation. This isn't about emptying your mind. It's about learning to observe your thoughts without getting carried away by them. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day can lower cortisol and reduce inflammation. The second practice is fostering strong social connections. In the blue zones, a deep sense of community is a cornerstone of their longevity. They have tight-knit family bonds and lifelong friends, which acts as a powerful buffer against stress. This is so important that the U.S. Surgeon General has declared loneliness a public health epidemic, noting its mortality effects can be comparable to risk factors like smoking. Meaningful relationships aren't a nice-to-have. They are a biological necessity. They give us a sense of purpose and belonging, which research has consistently linked to a longer, healthier life. So, the path to adding a decade of healthy years to your life isn't hidden in some mythical spring or a miracle pill. It's built on the foundation of your daily choices. It's about fueling your body with nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory foods. It's about moving your body with a blend of daily activity, cardio, and strength training. It's about treating restorative sleep as a non-negotiable part of your routine. And finally, it's about managing stress and nurturing your connections with others. None of this requires a complete life overhaul. The real power isn't in one grand gesture, but in the consistency of small, daily steps. It's choosing the stairs, adding one more vegetable to your plate, calling a friend, and turning off screens an hour before bed. These choices compound over time, creating a life that is not just longer, but richer, healthier, and more vibrant. So, which one of these habits are you going to try this week? Will it be adding a daily walk, trying a 12-hour eating window, setting a consistent bedtime, or scheduling a call with a friend you haven't spoken to in a while? Let me know down in the comments. If you found this video helpful and want more strategies to optimize your health, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and here's to a longer, healthier life.